Yes, we're welcome back to AFTV. Join us for the preview of a massive game. It's Arsenal vs Man United on Sunday, a 5:30 p.m. kickoff. You and I, TND, United are going to hold 3 with a knick-knack, Paddy.
Oi, that's right. No.
Give a dog
rude.
a bone.
That's rude.
This year the title's coming home.
That's rude, Cecil. Oh, wow.
Can you see me?
Wow.
You know, Dan was with me last night on live, yeah?
I'll be real.
My energy's different.
I'll be real. T.S. Eliot would be proud, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much.
I know he
Thank you
died
very
in
much.
1965, but he would be proud. He would be.
Sorry I had to take your song, but it is a big game. I'm feeling confident. We're going to get into the whole breakdown. Obviously, I'm joined by Dan Potts and I've got Dylan with me as well. And we're going to talk about, obviously, United fan, Arsenal fan. We've got to break down what's going to happen this Sunday, but we're going to start with first feelings. That's how we start all previews. How are you feeling ahead of this game? Let's just gauge where you're at as a Man United fan, obviously after your big win against City.
The way I see this game, this is a free hit for us. It is a complete free hit for us, innit? Because, okay, when Michael Carrick comes in, right, he's appointed 3 days before the Man City game, and you go, okay, Man City and then Arsenal back-to-back. How many points are you expecting, Dylan? I'm not expecting anything. We've already got 3 more points, I reckon, than I think we maybe would have got. Because I didn't see, Man City haven't been great recently, but they got done in. They got dogged. They got completely run over, didn't they? Again with Michael Carrick's, our tricky Reds, our sensible, tricky Michael Carrick's Reds. but how it works for me is like this game. If we lose this game again, I'll say the same thing that I said when we played before we played Man City. Was I said I just want to see us try things.
Right.
I want to see us on the front foot. I want to see us attacking. I want to see us playing together. I want to see Mainu back in the starting 11. I want to see Bruno Fernandes attacking around the box in the area. We got that against City, and we also happened to get a crazy 2-0 win that should have been 4, should have been 5. The biggest XG defeat Man City have ever had in the Premier League. I'll tell you that.
Whoa, that's okay.
That's not including the 3 offside goals that we also scored. Like, let's say they're onside, they were about a foot away collectively from shipping 5.
That's mad. That is pretty mad.
Our performance against City was better than I could have asked for, and it's exactly the same this weekend. How I see it is, I don't want to see us. Remember when we came in last year, we lost 2-0.
Yep.
We sat back, we were timid. We played like Mazraoui and Dalot, or I think Tyrell Malacia and Dalot as wing backs. It was a back 5. You scored 2 corners. The only person that was a bright spark was Ahmed came on at half time, and even Ian Wright was like, that guy scares me. He was like, that guy frightens me. Ahmed, he came on at half time. We were pretty dreadful, as we were for the most part under Ruben Amorim. What I want to see fight, I want to see some attack, I want to see us bring the game to you. If we lose this game, oh no, we've lost against the people who are 7 points clear, top of the league. They're looking to win the league title at their own ground where they haven't lost since May. End of the day.
But I'll come to you, Dan, in a second, a 3-3 hit in the sense of, if you get battered, say it's like a 5-0, then you're gonna be off the back of the highs of what you saw at City. Surely that's not free. You'll be annoyed at that, and vice versa. Same thing. If you come here and smoke us, not gonna happen. But if that happens, you might be thinking Carrick might be doing the Ollie's situation. Carrick could be the man. Surely,
look. We're not going there yet. I think as a collective, as a fan base, if there are any United fans watching, I hope we're not going there yet. End of the season is at the end of the season. That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking to the end of the season. Whatever happens in the summer, transfers, World Cup, new manager, whatever it is. That's by the by. That's in the future, because our run after this game is pretty good. We've got Fulham, we've got Palace, we've got Everton and co. Like, we've got teams that we can build up against.
Be careful.
So again, what I want to see, under Ruben Amorim, I'd be like, oh, be careful. Everton will lose. Back-to-back losses against Everton? Nah. But this game, it's more like the personality I want to see the team form. I know saying that, we're big Man United and we're coming here to play for the personality. I get it. It's not what I want to be saying, but ultimately, as long as if we're not getting battered by you, if we show some fight, show some spirit, show some grit, right, and show what we showed against City, then I'll be all right with it.
Dan Potts, interesting start. Big Man United looking for smiles and personality. But I understand what you're saying. You want to see I want to see what I haven't seen for 14 months. And you saw a City, you just want to basically see similar to that against Arsenal. Which,
that's what I want to see.
You want the truth from me? I'm worried for that, because we'll go to how I feel in a second. But Dan, ahead of this game, Man United, a good opportunity. I mean, City have Wolves, so some would say that can be tricky. You never know. They might drop points. They probably won't. But is it important Arsenal get a win? It is, of course, on Sunday. And how are you feeling for this game?
So first of all, I don't really care about Man City at the moment. I just care about what we're doing.
Cool.
Because I expect Manchester City to win most of their games because they're a top side. With Arsenal, we've got to get our job done. And I understand what Dylan's saying in terms of being real as a Man United fan, but the standards are in the mud, really, aren't they?
They are,
I mean, they're coming here on
they got dragged into
free
the mud
hit,
by
I
Ruben
suppose. I
Amorim.
don't remember going to Old Trafford being a free hit, if I'm honest. I used to want to go and win it. I don't care if we're 17th in the league. I want to go and beat Manchester United. So I think sometimes people look at it as a free hit. I think it's kind of excusing where you are in the league. That's just my opinion. I think Manchester United has still got a great opportunity against Champions League football.
Yeah, they're fifth.
We do.
I look at
what
we're looking at and around, and I think if I'm a Man United fan, which makes me shut up, makes me feel a bit sick inside, but if I was a Man United fan, I'd be looking at it thinking, I don't think we're great, but I'm looking around thinking, I don't think anyone else is that great either. So I think we could quite easily be looking towards that 4th, 5th position, which, let's be real, if Aston Villa do go and win the Europa League, 6th place gets Champions League spot. So for me, to be in a top 6, to potentially play Champions League, I think Man United need to try and get all the points they can. So to try and pull away from that dusty group.
Yeah, you're saying their expectations and their standards shouldn't change regardless of the manager.
I believe so.
The manager leaving.
I understand what's happening with Man United. It's quite laughable, and I hope it continues, right? But let's just be real when we say this. Manchester United were very, very good against Man City. I was very, very impressed. That's all. I looked at how well they played, and I thought, wow, this is actually a Ruben Amorim problem then, because this side actually isn't that bad. Like, they've got some very good players that can hurt teams. They've got Amad Diallo, they've got Brian and Bumo, both of those are back now. You look at them defensively and people might laugh, but I thought they were very good. And Lissandro Martinez and Harry Maguire probably played two of the best games I've seen them play in a long time against Manchester City and kept Haaland quiet. Kobe Mainoo comes back into the midfield. I know he didn't suit the system of Ruben Amorim, but he's a talented boy. And it was a waste really for that 12 months him not playing. So I expect Man United to be a little bit of a banana skin here. I think we've got to be real about ourselves here, and I think I know what Man United are going to turn up, but I need an Arsenal to turn up, man.
That's it. I think I'll give kind of my brief thoughts, and we'll get into some more information around what's going on at Man United and what can be available. But like you said there, I mean, I've now said I'm fully behind this team. I'm enjoying. I'm believing. Like I said, I'm buying everything they're selling. Man United are normally the biggest club that spoil these parties. They're the ones that always are party poopers. They're known for that. So I don't want to get too carried away. I understand how this game will play out. I don't think it's going to be, I know I said in the intro about they're going to hold free. It's not going to be that. They're a very good side, even though they've had, with Ruben Amorim were poor. That what I saw at City shocked me. But I also looked at it and said, that first game we played against them at their place, I re-watched it again, and you lot were very... We didn't... I can't say we didn't deserve to win, but a draw would have been a fair result.
We lost that game for ourselves, is how I look at that game, that game at the Emirates.
100%.
Sorry,
at your place, at your place. I was shocked. I was there and I was watching, I was thinking, we done very well to get a win out of that game, and Dorgu was immense. Everyone was immense in that game for you guys, and I was like, oh no, Man United are going to be a problem. A few weeks later, we saw Grimsby Town and certain things, so it just went over a cliff, but that's fine. I enjoyed all that, but now it feels like this could be, that manager bounce off as you saw against City could be now happening, and Sunday does worry me a little bit as well, I must say. I think you mentioned Lissandro Martinez. I know there's some lazy journalism about, him up against Haaland and whatnot.
I could go on for hours about that.
That was silly, because Lissandro Martinez, like you said, I've seen him. He's marshalled to Haaland many a times, and physicality wise, he's a good defender. He is a good defender. When it comes to like our tricky players, maybe like a Jesus or whatnot, run at him, I think he might have a few problems there. But if it's Haaland, he would like the battle. He will like that. And I actually worry that Arteta's going to go with Gyökeres, but that's for Pricks 11 video. You can go check it out on the channel as well. It's not going to be my conversation, but that's what I'm concerned about. I think I'm happy you guys smoked City, because I think now there's an air of, hey, we can come here and potentially do that at Arsenal. And if I'm honest, if that happens, as much as I don't want to see the performance that we saw against at your place on the first game of the season, if you come with a certain amount of confidence that you can, open up and be expansive, I promise you, Arsenal will pick you apart. They will pick you apart. I know you got new energy, you're pressing high and all that, but I'm telling you, if you try and come here and try and play expansive football, that's never going to work. If you come here and stink out the place, which I don't know what our United are going to do. I don't know if they're going to sit in a low block and try and counter with Mbremo. I'm very intrigued to see what he does. If he does that, that might be a bit difficult. But if he comes in and with the confidence of the City and you think we can run with these lot, then...
Of course they'll do that.
Well,
they won't come and play. I felt like they truly knew that Manchester City had some weaknesses and then they could get at them. I think they know Arsenal are just better defensively. If they want to come and play, they will lose, and they know that because it's here, right? Yeah. I don't think they will. They're going to sit back, relax. They like Dylan's already said, their fans are already kind of said, we don't have to win here. We can come and relax. I think they're going to make it hard for us. This isn't going to be a 3-2 thriller.
No way.
Let's just say
no
that,
way.
Right? This is going to be a real tough game for both sides. And I think that goes for Arsenal as well. We just need, we're coming off the back of two quite disappointing league games as well. Yeah, we haven't scored a goal, in fact, against Forest and Liverpool. So you know how to play Arsenal. Don't come play us. Make it hard for us.
Don't come play us. Yeah. Make it hard for us. That's a great statement. I think that's where my fear lies. Obviously, Man United, last time you guys beat us in the league here, 2017-18 when Wenger was in charge as his final season.
What a game
long
that
time,
was.
long time ago. The 3-1 was it? It was 3-1.
It was 3-1
and De
Alexis
Gea.
Sanchez on your head top, by the way. Anthony Martial again on your head top.
David De Gea had a blind in that game as well, and obviously you guys beat us in the cup in penalties, but we're not. But I'm talking about in the league, 17-18 season. But even that, Michael Carrick, I have a little. I don't know what it is. I want to be confident. I want to be outlandish.
Say it.
But Michael Carrick, he's beaten us as well. When he took on, he was in charge when Ollie left, the 3-2 win as well. So
Ronaldo brace.
He has had some giant. He's done some giant killers. So I'm a little bit worried. I still think Arsenal do win this game. We'll get in score predictions at the end. But then let me know from a Man United perspective, is there any information that we don't know in regards to injuries? Is there anything that you've seen this week and build up to this game?
This is what's so good for Michael Carrick in that we only have 2 players who are likely out through injury or anything.
Okay.
So Joshua Zirkzee,
Yep.
but it's fine because Mbumo's back, Ahmad's back, Šeško's playing, Cunha looks good, etc.
Is missing Zirkzee to you as well?
Missing Zirkzee isn't the worst thing in the world because we've got other players back. But the other player we are missing, who is a big miss, it's De Ligt.
Yeah.
De Ligt, so up until November 30th, Matthijs De Ligt played every single minute of every single game for us. And I know we conceded goals left, right, and centre. We only kept 1 clean sheet in that. But De Ligt was fantastic. I was at that point, up until that Palace game, where then he ended the game, was injured and hadn't played since. I was calling him our player of the season. He was a massive miss. Harry Maguire being back, it was his first start, by the way, in about 2 months, I want to say, when we played Man City. Maguire's first start back. He was great as well. He managed to bring back a lot of what De Ligt had.
Mm-hmm. That's the best game I've seen him play in a long time.
He was fantastic.
He was unreal.
Yeah. He was so good. But the only players we're missing, Zirkzee and De Ligt. Mazwari's back from AFCON. He's due to train for the first time, I think, today. So the only decision I think that Michael Carrick really has to make is who starts at right back. Because Dalot, I mean, we've all seen what everyone's been saying about Dalot. He's been in that City game. He was the one player. Obviously, he probably should have been sent off for his challenge on Doku. Yep. That was crazy, him doing that. And then also at times he killed a few attacks. Even with him, we could have scored 3-4 goals even without the offsides. Without the offsides being onside. So the big thing that Michael Carrick has to do is, does Mazwari come straight back in after a couple of days of training at right back? Because he's a fantastic right back, Maz is. Yeah. He was so good in our first season. Erik ten Hag. Ruben Amorim then comes in. He plays right wing back, right centre back, and right centre back is fantastic. So that is the key area to look out for, I guess, selection-wise. But also with Carrick, the 4 games he's managed us, because he managed us for 3 games in 2021 and then 1 game, obviously, against Man City, he's played 4 different formations. He played a 4-3-1-2 against Chelsea, a 4-4-2 against Villarreal, a 4-3-3 against you lot when we beat you 3-2, and then Man City was a 4-4-2. So Carrick could also come here and play some formation that Arteta will have no idea what Carrick's going to do. It's the one advantage Carrick has, is that Arteta, he can guess, but he won't know. It's not like, Ruben Amorim will come here with a 3-4-2-1. We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
We don't know. We don't know what Carrick's going to do. I don't know what Carrick's going to do for the life of me. I don't think he will change too much. But the only thing Arteta can do, I think, is just play the Arsenal way. He'll go, right, I'm just going to set you guys up how I want you guys to set up. And then Carrick can then use that to try and mould something to see if we can counter that. That's the one advantage I think we've got.
It's building to be actually a pretty boring game now. The more I look at it and analyse it and how I think it's going to play out.
Feisty.
I'm going to ask you the same question. What are you worried about from Man United? And where is the game won on Sunday? So what position of field? Where's the strength in the game, and what are you worried about from United?
Well, United have got individual players that can kill us, right? Mm-hmm. They have, Amad Diallo and Mbumo are 2 very good players in my opinion.
Don't forget Bruno.
It's not many times you don't see Bruno Fernandes have a good game. So I think when you've got Man United players that can do that, that's against any team, not just Arsenal, right? Yeah. But the reason I think that Arsenal have got a great chance of winning this game, not just because we're good defensively, because I think we'll dominate their midfield. Right. I think Rice and Zubimendi have been unbelievable. I've got to be honest. I think they've both been exceptionally good. And although I think Kobbie Mainoo coming back into Man United's midfield will make them better, I do think that we're going to have easily the better of.
You mentioned two midfielders, not the third. So is 2 enough to dominate that midfield? Or do you need all 3 ticking?
I think the reason I bring up Rice and Zubimendi is because I don't really think it matters too much who does play out of Ødegaard and Eza. I think it is going to be Ødegaard, if I'm honest with you. And he hasn't been great of late. But we have seen Ødegaard turn it on against Manchester United. So I'm hoping that we see that version of Martin Ødegaard. And he is a massively key, important player at the weekend for me. But Rice and Zubimendi, I don't think anyone would deny that they've been unbelievable this season for us. And I mean, Rice always gets the plaudits, but Zubimendi's gone under the radar. I think the reason that Rice has been so good is because of that signing. So I think the domination of that midfield will allow Arsenal to have the advantage of the game. So that's what I will say. And but they got key players, man.
Okay. What are you worried about from the Arsenal perspective? And where is the game one for Man United then for you? If he said midfield for Arsenal.
Firstly, like there's one player that you mentioned who I really, really am worried about, and it's Declan Rice. Like genuinely, this guy. Okay, I'm like taking the emotion out of it. That's for me. That's PFA Player of the Year right there. At least so far this season.
I like the honesty.
Honesty, man.
The guy, because the way to for me a big way to measure if a big signing's done well. Does anyone talk about their price tag? You guys signed this guy for 105 million quid and no one talks about it because that's how good he's been.
Signed, yep.
Like it is just true. He is like the way he's been playing, the way he's improved as well in like the 3 years that he's had you. Like he's gone from already being a top DM to basically being the all-action man in midfield. He can create, he can score, he can assist, he can slide tackle, he can defend, he can track runs. Like that is him versus Bruno. If Declan Rice is, because Bruno will try and play off him. That's exactly what we did against with Rodri. Like with you playing Zubimendi and Rice, Bruno Fernandes will try and play off the both of them and play just behind them. That will be a key battle. But the other guy is, again, you mentioned it towards the beginning of this video, is who starts up front for you? Because if Gyökeres starts up front for you, I saw the way we handled Haaland, and I'm like, look, if we handle Haaland like that, Gyökeres is kind of similar to Haaland in like the way they want to play football.
And he's not even.
And he's not in great form.
I was just about to say he's not as intelligent as Haaland. So let's not go too far.
I know what he means.
We get it.
But in the way that like, and then like for me, it's it would be a surprise if he did. But if Gabby Jesus was to start, that would worry me more in terms of like I saw like his first goal against Inter Milan. No one knew where he was. Yeah. None of the Inter players knew where he was, and that's exactly what he can do with United, which will cause us problems because Harry Maguire, as good as he is defensively and he's strong and everything, he's not quick. He's not quick on a turn. He's not able to adjust himself quickly. Whether Gabby Jesus light on his feet, it's like he's wearing feathers on his feet.
It's interesting to hear that, Cecil, as well, because I speak to a lot of rival fans and they say, I hope you play Gyökeres. That's the one I want you to play. I don't want to see Marino.
Is that not a glaring sign? Like they
don't want to see Marino, Havertz or Jesus. They want to see Gyökeres. So look, Gyökeres has come off the back of a very good performance and a good goal, right? But I look at it and I think this game, let's be real, it might not be the team we start, it might be the one we end with that wins the game. So when we see the lineup, I try to urge Arsenal fans not to get too deflated because we have got a strong bench. I think for the first time there's rumours that everyone's back now. So when you've got Eza to bring on, you've got Marino to bring on, you've got Jesus, Havertz, you've got Madueke, you've got Martinelli or Trossard, you think, actually, that's a very good bench. So we can finish strong. If it isn't quite going our way, we can tweak it.
It's the same for both teams though, because
that's a good point.
Like think about how Cunha was against Man City.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
We didn't even bring on Šeško. He's got 3 in his last 2 games. Yeah. Like, and I know Joshua Zirkzee injured, but like we have players options on the bench as well. I wouldn't bother with
Zirkzee, but the other two are here.
Well, Zirkzee's not even fit.
Šeško and Cunha, fair play. But
do you know what?
It's still strong.
Dan, he makes a good point. I think I've never gone into a game thinking I've never gone into a game thinking. My 11, I don't forget the 11. The first 60 minutes, Cecil. Don't even just watch it, but don't think too much of it. It's going to be the back end of the game. I don't think. I mean, that'd be an interesting way for
you. Of course, relying on the manager to get it right, though. Then, when you do that,
but it's a big risk. But do you know what? He might be considering that as well. What strength is it in Man United then? Where the game is won? Sorry, where's the game won for Man United? Because we've said midfield for us.
It's our front line, isn't it? It's our front line and our ability to be able to close spaces as quick as we can. That's how we beat Man City. It was closing spaces faster than they could get into them. Like that's why, like Cherki, when he came on, he had none of the ball. Foden off at half time. Semenyo, nothing. Haaland, nothing. Like even Rodri, nothing. Like it was closing the spaces before they did. But it's also the one thing that might be giving me hope as well is when you played Inter. They did have a lot of breaks. I know you made like 7 changes and it'll be a different team that comes here to the Emirates than was at the San Siro. They had their breaks and Inter messed up basically every single one of their breaks apart from the one lovely goal they scored. That's where we thrive. All five times we put the ball on the net against City were pretty much on breaks. And we'll do it even more here, I think. That's where we could win the game. But it relies on our attack being completely astute. It relies on Bruno Fernandes being able to get every pass inch perfect, and it relies on our defence to be able to nullify your front line. So we need basically almost perfection to win this game.
Which
we did against City.
Yeah, you did.
We did it against City.
Can you maintain it? Can you continue to do that? It's a big ask, but we'll have to find out on Sunday. Quickly, before we go to score predictions, are you wanting us to win the title? Over.
Oh, what a question.
Over City.
I'm Probably, but I'm also booking a holiday on the weekend end of that parade.
Everyone likes a holiday. So we'll take that.
I'm flying to Seychelles.
We'll take that.
I don't mind if you're here or over there, bro. As long as you
We'll be here, but you can go in.
I also do think I've not really got any choice.
Yeah, well,
I've been saying it for a while. I think Arsenal will win the league. You're 7 points. You've never been 7 points clear in January before.
That's very true. Dan, score prediction for Sunday.
I actually think we go 1-0 down in this game. But I think we come back and win the game 2-1.
Okay.
I think that set pieces will be key again.
Yes, I agree.
And I'm going to go for Arsenal to nick it. But I don't think this is going to be a comfortable watch for either team.
I'm going to go a stinky 1-0 to the Arsenal, a classic 1-0 to the Arsenal, and it will be in the second half. It will be a game that we kind of mentioned. It'll be low blocks. It'll be possession based for Arsenal side, trying to suffocate and trying to find opening, probably struggling. Then the subs now maybe think that way.
Yeah,
sub will come on.
Subs are going to be crazy.
Subs I think are the key to this game. Maybe for both teams. But 1-0 to Arsenal. Dylan, rival fan,
Look,
United District, talk to us.
Earlier this week, I said the most likely outcome, which I guess would be score prediction, would be a 2-1 Arsenal. But I'm just there and I'm looking at Bruno Fernandes here. I'm pleading you, just do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. Back in the number 10, do your thing. Alongside Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo, do your thing as well. And Bumo, run through that shiny bald head of yours. Make sure that is running at David Raya's goal, yeah? And I think, look, a 2-2 is possible. So I'm gonna stay optimistic. I'm gonna go with a 2-2.
A draw.
Look,
wow.
If we get if we get 4 points out of 6, so Arsenal and City, and then we can kick on from that. That's fantastic. You say about Champions League race spots. That's 4 points I wouldn't have expected us to get under Amram.
I'll be honest. Listen, I obviously want Arsenal. I expect Arsenal to win. I want Arsenal to win. I'm on that train of we're the best. But like a draw's not. It's not crazy bad for Arsenal. I mean, obviously,
third draw in a row though.
Yeah, we can't draw this game. We've got to win, bro. We've got to win.
2-goalless draw.
I'd understand if we beat Liverpool and Forest, you might say draw, yeah, you move, but we can't draw 3 in a row. And then what we draw here, then we've got
4,
it's 4, and then.
But also,
City have
5 anyway.
But then City still have got to go Spurs. I think very soon they got to go Liverpool. They got to go Anfield. So I don't. Listen, it is what it is. But 1-0. You've gone 2-1. You've gone 2-2.
I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2.
He was speaking to Bruno. Bruno was doing this. He was doing his celebration. He wasn't listening to you, and let's hope he wasn't listening because we need a win. Bruno, out of this game, please. Arsenal hopefully get the win. Thank you, Dylan, for joining us. Make sure you go check him out on United District and United View as well. Go check him out. Go follow his channels. Daniel, the football's 12th man as well. Go check 12th Man podcast. Go check him out. Go follow him. Go subscribe. Like the video on your way out. Please hype this video. Come on, you Gunners. This Sunday is the big one. Let's see who turns out on top. Let's go.
United!
Arsenal, 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 Arsenal.